Judge,
Good morning.
I'm McCollum. Judge, I'd like to challenge PC on this new charge.
Okay. McCollum.
McCollum.
You want them out, Your Honor?
Sure.
McCollum with an M.
Do you, what was that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
I heard.
No, it was, McCollum.
Oh,
That's it. Braveheart.
yeah.
McCollum. Have you heard it yet?
What?
Have you heard it yet? PC or no?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I've read it.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know, whether you've read it or not. Okay. All right, Mr. McCollum, good morning, sir. Number one, don't email me. That's not a good thing, man. Really, because I'm supposed to be neutral, detached. So I don't know what happens until if it goes to trial. So just, it's okay. But just from now on, all right. So you now stand charged. You picked up a terroristic threat of a family or a household member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. I don't know what happened in this case. I'm just now seeing it for a first time. All I know is that you're on bond for this case, for another case, and now you picked up a new one. So let's go forward and.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. Complaining witness showed officers text messages ranging from May 2024 to November 2024, where the defendant sent her photos of guns and threatened to shoot the complaining witness and their child. Defendant also stated he would shoot up her house and hoped that he would hit her and the child.
When is the statement that he was going to shoot up the house? Was that from May and that he's just investigating this? Because that's not a terroristic threat. But if it was an active thing where he was.
Well, it looks like the offense. So per the offense report, the actual offense took place on November 8th.
Okay.
But I believe that she showed them old text messages.
Okay, so when was that statement that I'm going to shoot up the house and yada, yada, yada? Sure, take your time.
And Judge, while they're looking, it's not alleged when the statement was. And not only that, it's not reported till 3 days later. Furthermore, in the reviewing the text messages that have been submitted, there's not a single text message that has that specific threat.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's the state's burden to show, I don't know, but terroristic threat has to be an immediate fear of harm.
So I don't see an actual date in the offense report. I personally have not reviewed the text messages in this case, Judge. I don't see a date of the actual threat.
That's not a good thing. I mean, who knows when that statement was made? Could have been made 2 years ago, could have been made yesterday. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, if you don't have anything else, then that's it. Okay, I'm gonna find no probable cause. Mr. McCollum, we're not asking much, man. We want our streets to be safe. I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect the streets, right? If I find that you're a problem, if they call back and it continues to happen, it's not gonna go well. Life is way too short to live in a 6x9 box. There are a lot of great people in life. There's a lot of bad people in life. And if you have a relationship with a so-called person that brings out the worst in you, then don't have a relationship with this person. There's a gajillion and one fish in the sea. It's not worth it to have someone rap you so bad that you make and say things that make you go to jail. It's not worth it. Do you understand? Now, don't have contact with this person because it's just not going to end well. All right. All right. So I'm going to continue bond. I'm not going to revoke your bond on this case now because I'm finding no probable cause, but just behave. It's not hard. Be nice. All right. Okay.
Judge.
For sure.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Por favor, conteste a voz alta.
You are Gabriel
Usted es Gabriel.
Martinez.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow.
Alto sobre.
You are facing up to a year in jail and a $4,000
Una
fine.
multa de $4,000.
You guys have worked out
Ustedes han llegado a
agreement.
un acuerdo.
They are offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you have done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. And you need to understand that if you ever pick up another case, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail, forever and a day. And if you're not in this country with permission, you do that kind of time, you will probably get an immigration detainer. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Is this a true first?
Dice,
Yes, Judge.
Sí, sí, señoría.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand?
¿Entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
still want to do this?
¿Quiere hacerlo?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Hable.
Culpable, señor.
I will
Guilty,
finally
sir.
sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have
Por los
done.
2 días que ya completó.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Más alto.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
True to that enhancement. What do you do for a living, Mr. Martinez?
El señor.
Mantenimiento de apartamentos.
I maintain apartments.
How much money do you make a month?
Dinero gana usted al mes.
1,400.
3,400.
Who do you support?
¿A quién
This
mantiene?
life?
My wife.
Do you have any children?
Tiene hijos.
No.
We
Okay.
got 9 dogs, Judge.
Pero tiene
They
9
couldn't get rid
perros.
of, you know.
9 dogs.
Yes,
Nueve
yes, sir.
perros.
You had to see the
El
food.
olor.
Eh?
Nobody wanted.
Nobody wanted the dogs and because of the
Nadie quería los
hurricane,
perros por el
SPCA,
huracán.
nobody would touch them. They've been raising 9 dogs. It's a carnival.
Criando 9
So,
perros.
you know, if anything, sir,
Y si cualquier cosa,
you
su
know,
señoría,
it's worse than
The
kids.
reason I am asking you this, Mr. Martinez, is that you need to understand that
entender.
DWI is big business
Es un negocio
and it costs a lot of money.
a mucho
And
dinero.
Sí, señor.
one of the things
De
that
las cosas
there is now with this conviction is there is a DWI surcharge that DPS hits you with. And when you have a 0.15 or above, it is a $4,500 surcharge that tax onto you. Not to mention the court costs in this case, which are another $500 to $600.
$600.
That's why I'm asking you this. So you could literally be rolling out of here with about 5,000 plus in surcharges and fines and fees. I want you to understand that I will give you this grace now. But if you ever come back with a DWI, a second offense is $6,000 in surcharges, not to mention court costs, which are another $600. So you can literally be rolling out of here on a second DWI with around $7,000 in fines and fees. And if you don't pay it, for every $100
Cada
you
100
owe,
que usted debe,
it is 1 day in jail.
un día en la
So
cárcel.
if you come back with a second DWI, get ready, because the first thing is a minimum of 90 days. The next thing, it's around 7,000 in surcharges.
7,000.
Do you understand?
Sí,
¿Entiende?
señor.
Yes,
If
sir.
you want to get lit,
Usted quiere.
if you want to have 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila, don't get into a car. Find another way.
Encuentre alguna
Do
otra
you
manera.
understand?
¿Entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, send you to it.
Sentencia.
Good luck to you, sir.
Así y buena
Sir,
suerte a
he
usted.
became a US citizen.
Thank you, sir.
He became a US
Se
citizen.
convirtió en- Muchas
Every day, someone dies from a DWI,
gracias.
and it's just not fair. When a $30 hit on a button with an Uber will take you wherever you want to go. How much money have you spent?
Tanto dinero ha
Could
gastado,
have been $30.
más de los $30.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
right.
Así que,
Good luck.
y buena
Thank you
suerte.
so much,
Thank you, sir.
Buena suerte.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's 4,500 for the DPS fee and then whatever court costs are. Good morning. I wanted to bring you out because there's things I would like to address with you. I don't know if at the time we ordered her not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Let me see. One of the things that I ordered you to do was not have any contact with a Ronnie Boo Slyman.
Yeah.
And I see now that you have picked up a continuous family violence felony case. You don't have to say anything. I'm just letting you know what's happening.
Okay.
Now, we asked you not to do several things, and you have now violated several conditions of our bond. One of those being, number one, we asked you, or we ordered you not to have any contact with this person. And allegedly, you've picked up now a felony assault against this person. You picked up a felony violation of a bond condition or protective order. And you also have picked up a felony assault against a peace officer. Because of this, I'm going to now revoke the bond here that you have here, and I'm going to raise it up. I'm not going to give you a PR bond when you continue to violate conditions. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. And I'm going to tell you now, there are certain people in this life, when they consume alcohol, they become funny people. They have fun, they laugh like little rainbows, gumdrops, gummy bears, and little bunnies jumping in the woods. And there are those, when they consume alcohol, they develop horns, they develop they become the antithesis of what a person should be. And if alcohol has this kind of effect, don't use, because that may very well be the source of all these issues. I don't know, but I'm taking a stab,
Judge,
and I hope not.
if
but-
I may, Judge, just to let the court know, since she's been on bond conditions, she did voluntarily check herself into treatment for alcohol. So as the court knows, that, you know, the road to recovery is long and bumpy. She's in a difficult situation, being that she's originally from Mongolia. Is that right?
No, Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, I'm sorry. Kazakhstan. She had, you know, a pretty crazy story about getting here. This guy that the court told her to stay away from, you know, is like one of her only connections, and he's also done some inducement to get her back over there. I understand that it was ordered for her to stay away from him, but it makes it difficult when you don't really have a lot of people to rely on, and then you have someone who's trying to basically get you to hang out with them, even though they know that it's been ordered that she shouldn't. But I just want to let the court know that she is taking steps to try to better herself and her situation. It's just she's in a difficult spot between the addiction and lack of resources.
Even if that's the case, if you know that alcohol has this effect and it brings out the worst, then don't. You already have an open case. And you know, if you have no one to rely on in this world, if you go to jail, they're not going to bond you out, then you have to think of these things when you're out there. Because sometimes, you may have but 1/10 of a second to think, oh God, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Now, where are we?
Can I say something?
Well, it's now Anything you tell me, it's gonna go in this ear and it's gonna go out that ear, because I know if I let you out, you're still gonna do whatever you want to do. You don't care what we say. That's the problem. And when you come here and when we talk to you initially, we try to tell you, look, this is how we expect you to act. This is what we expect you to do. And when you do, and when you show up to court, and when you talk with Hunter, good things happen. Now, I'm telling you this for the future because I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. All I know is that you have very serious cases upstairs. And in the future, going forward, whatever may happen, whether it's a probation, whether it's this, think before you act. And if the source and the root of all evil is no matter how bad the addiction is, if you don't, it only gets worse. It never gets better. And the older you get, the more difficult life becomes. You get older, bigger, fatter, you lose hair, life doesn't get easier. And when you get more of this, so I hope that you take the help that is offered now, because we're going to offer you help and we want the best to come out of you, right? We want the best for you, but you can't continue like this. So now, like I told Hunter, I am going to revoke your bond. I'm going to raise it up to 5,001. We'll come back in a couple weeks and see how we go forward, but I can't give you a PR bond when you pick up 3 felonies.
Judge, may I make argument for bond amount?
Sure.
She currently has bond amounts on her felonies that she can't afford. She's indigent. That's evidenced by the fact that I was appointed to her, and also given a little bit of her background, she's not only indigent, but has a lack of resources otherwise. I would ask the court to consider $250 bond.
Gotta love you, Hunter. Gotta love you.
Just taking
Her
into
bond's at
account.
2,500 now, so that would mean lowering the bond. I'm gonna set it at 5,001. Hopefully you guys can wrap this up and try to get everything quick so you don't just sit there and linger.
Just ask for a speedy trial date on this case.
Absolutely. I have to give them at least 30 days for them to get all their stuff in preparation. Is it your case? Is it
It's actually Conrad's.
Conrad's? Yeah. Okay, I guess let's do this. Is he here? You want to talk to?
Not by, but I can give him a call, maybe.
No, but I want to give him a head, or if you can give him a heads up that that's where we're at. I guess let's set it for early next week. Is discovery complete in the case? Wait till at least we have some discovery first.
I think it's all complete.
I think we're still waiting on body cam. Let me see that. Yeah, it looks like this looks like body cam was re-requested.
We don't even have body cam. Let's do this. Let's set it for next week, like late next week. See if we can get the body cam. If you can get it, and then we can get also Conrad to come approach, and then we can set it at that time if you want. Yeah?
Good, Judge.
All right. We wish you the best of luck, man. Take care.